Okay, everybody, I know I'm kind of a day late and a dollar short, especially with the Black Friday shopping, but it has definitely been a crazy one. This past week, we have been moving in non-stop. I haven't even had time to take a chance to take a breather. It took 3 of us to move all the furniture into the home and get all the furniture in place along with all the other stuff, and if anyone knows me, that is definitely a daunting task. So let's jump right in here. So I told everybody I was going to be making a set of junk journals. And I haven't quite gotten around to finishing the big junk journals yet, but I decided that with the big junk journals, I was going to do a smaller companion baby junk journal to go with the bigger ones. Now, some of them I think I'll be giving as sets, and others I'll probably sell the miniature companion separately, because I know people like my mom, she may not be able to really use the miniature to its fullest potential, whereas other people may really love it and keep it in the nightstand. So the first one I created, of course, was my Paris one. Now I will be keeping this one, but I may try and make one like this to sell, but I am completely in love with it. I made this flower. I seen this on a YouTube video. I can't remember the lady's name, but she does, oh, sorry about that. She does beautiful work, and I will link that, if I remember to, I will link her video on that in the description below on how to make these beautiful flowers out of baby wipes. And I used baby wipes while I was tea staining, and they got tea all over them, and it just worked out perfect. I cut them up and made these really cool flowers. And of course, I got these gears. I got these actually at Spirit Halloween. It's an off brand from Spencer's. They always come out during Halloween and sell a bunch of Halloween stuff, and they had this in the steampunk section. So this Flur De Lis I actually got at a quilters show here in Tucson. We have a Tucson Quilters Expo annually, and that's where I got that from. I got these from Snow's Little Bead Room in Benson, if any of you have been there. I fell in love with these when I seen them on a bracelet one time, and when I walked into the bead room and seen these, I had to buy them up. And they were at a really good deal too. So I took strips of these lace and some strips of muslin that I cut and tied them around the rest of the binding here. I thought it looked really cute. And then I glued this all the way around. It's a embroidered lace. It's underneath the flower too, as you can tell right here. And here's a string that I glued underneath the flower to hold it in place. I think I even tacked a little bit here and here to make sure it wouldn't move. And as you can tell, it's kind of full and chunky. I used a stamp set that I bought from Joann's to get the cursive script. And this cardboard I got out of the center of the fat quarter pieces that you buy at Joann's and other places, how they have that square piece of cardboard in the middle. I just tore a strip off the top, tore a strip off the bottom, and stamped it up and used it for the cover. I thought it was a really cool idea, and definitely good on recycling. I got this lace, and a lot of these laces I've either had or I got at the Tucson Quilters Expo, because they had a lot of good lace on sale when I went. And now we're just going to do a quick flip through. And that's washi tape. I got that from Michael's in the clearance section. This actually came out of a Paris set. This is the same one that's on the cover. I just cut the rows off of it. And of course, you got a copy stain right there. This came out of that same Paris book. I can't remember what it's called. I stamped this up a little bit and tried, actually I was really happy because it faded right here, so it came out really neat. And I glued this little tab here. I glued the edges and trimmed them up and pressed them with my fingers. I lick my fingers and I'll press it out to keep them from getting too much or too thick, and then I'll trim off the excess with scissors. And here's a piece of lace that I also got from the Tucson Expo, and some more pretty paper. I got this at the Tucson Expo. I really thought this was a pretty piece. Same thing with this one. It came in like a big huge bag of buttons for like $1, I think they gave it to me for. This is that vintage pattern. If some of you have seen my upcycled videos, I shrunk it down and played with it on my phone with PixArt and turned it into this. And this is the actual color that I turned it into on the phone when I got done, was a sepia tone. This is a washi tape. This what came out of that Paris book. I think I actually got that at Walmart. More washi tape. I got all my washi tape at Michael's in the clearance bin for like 80 cents. Here is that print again. I thought it was really pretty, and I glued down the lace right here to create a pocket. And here's some more of that Paris paper. The washi tape, I stuck it down here. I love that key. Here's some more of those gears that I got from Spirit Halloween. And this little flower came with all the buttons actually. This also came from the Paris material. I just cut it into a little card, put a piece of string around it, and coffee stained it. And I glued this in to be a pocket. Here's some more washi tape. The Paris paper. This is actually washi tape. I put it in the center to secure it. And here's the Paris paper. And this is the binding that I stitched in. And I tied it around the back to make sure it was extra tight. And I beaded all these beads on with jump rings. And I glued this on. I made this little paper clip. This is the Paris paper. This paper clip, I took a piece of ribbon, folded it around, or the lace, folded it around the middle and just glued it right at the base. I thought it looked really cute. Here's some more of those cogs from Spirit Halloween. And some of the buttons and other pieces. These ones are from Spirit, the cogs. The buttons from that big bag of buttons I got for $1. And same thing with this. This is from Quilters Expo. And the paper clip comes out too, so you can take that out or use it as a tuck spot. I stamped the cursive right here. Washi tape. No, I didn't make this one into a pocket. I just left it open. I might do that later, I might not. Here's another button I got from the Tucson Expo in that big bag of buttons. Another cog. Another one of the buttons. And this was a flower that I got from that same vendor. And it's made out of this brown ribbon, and I thought it was so pretty. This came from the Paris pack. I think I got it at Michael's. Here's another paper clip. I just tied a piece of lace on top. Came out really cute. Here's another one of those flowers, like this one. I just cut out the flower and glued it here. The key. I actually glued this one down and turned it into a pocket. And this is stamped. I really like the way this one came out. And here's some washi tape. And here's the bottom half of that lamp's paper from the Paris pack. And more washi tape. And this one's also from the Paris pack. Another piece of washi tape. One of the cogs from Spirit Halloween, and another one of the chocolate colored flowers made from the lace or the ribbon. And I stamped right here too, and that's it. So there's my miniature junk journal for the week. Hopefully I can have one done in enough time for next week's video. If not, then I'll figure out something else for you guys. Alright, that's it. Have a wonderful night.